Yes, sir.
That is Institute of Technology, Standard. So you have joined as a associate manager of this in Indian Oil Banking Limited.
Yes,
Now
sir.
Indian Oil Adani Research. So you got through campus or
Yes,
how
sir.
you got?
Through campus.
Okay. This company came to Saran.
It was an off-campus art kit,
Okay.
and our college has some collaboration with KIT, so I attended that and got through.
Also in Maruti Suzuki, you have one. Was it 22? No.
Yes, sir.
So you were a bright student. You proud career more than 80%. Why you want to shift your direction from engineering to civil service?
Sir, I have been good in my academics, and while studying through my college years and in my school days also, as I have a very humble background, so I always wanted to contribute to society because while in school or college.
So don't you think that you are contributing now also?
Yes, sir, I'm contributing now also, but I want to contribute in a direct manner, and civil service is a very good platform to contribute in a very diverse and a very uh, direct manner where the need of society can be addressed directly. So I want to contribute in that way.
Okay, so what is your roles and responsibility in Maruti Suzuki?
Sir, at Maruti Suzuki India Limited, I joined 2 years back, and I'm currently working as an associate manager in hybrid and electric division. So my works include working in electric vehicle and hybrid electric vehicle area, and I work in battery controls and troubleshooting and testing, and currently also in models, different models. I look into.
Okay, so what are the challenges of the electric vehicle? Now communities more focusing on green energy and electric vehicle climate change. So tell me, what are the major issues if all the cars are converted to electric vehicle?
Okay.
Now the percentage is this. Now if more and more electric vehicle will come in future, what are the major challenges?
Sir, major challenges if all the vehicles will be contributed. Today, as today's world, major challenges, major capital investment it does need because there are less player in the market. So when less player in the market, so less competition is there. So value is high, and in EVs especially, the battery contributes around 60% of the vehicle. So right now, as battery technology is mostly not indigenous, it comes from China only mostly in the worldwide. So a lot of money goes to China. So there is, if all the vehicles will be converted into electric vehicle, so it will need a lot of capital investment first. Second, a lot of money will go to China as of today. So indigenization is needed. And third is a lot of player needs to be there. So the price will come down.
So, what is your opinion whether we have adequate charging station for all the electric vehicle in India?
As of today, no. Eventually, with the rise of vehicle, it may increase.
That is one issue also. Charging of the vehicle is a major issue. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about Panchamrit?
Yes, sir.
What is Panchamrit? There are 5 goals for climate change.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me a few points related to Panchamrit?
Sir, one major point which our respected Prime Minister has announced, it is by 2070, net zero carbon emission. India wants to become a country of net zero carbon emission country, and by 2030, around 45% of our energy needs should be from renewable energy.
What is Mission Life?
Mission Life is a step in sustainable energy.
So lifestyle for everyone. So we should change in our lifestyle to conserve the energy so that the environment will protect. So there is no one in the room else we should switch off the light. That's all this thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me how we can how the mangrove forest will help in the climate, like combating the climate change.
Sir, mangrove forest are those forests which are resilient to the climate. There are many benefits. One is it basically purifies the water. Second, it saves us from high tides. Third, like biodiversity is quite rich in mangrove area.
Point of view, it is act as a carbon sink.
Carbon sequestration is
Produces
does.
a lot of carbon dioxide we can observe.
Yes, sir.
Apart from the speed record to the cyclone or coastal area or biodiversity, the most important thing to observe the carbon. That is what government is more focused on the mangrove forests, particularly in G20 summit in Bali. They have created a group called Mangrove Alliance for Climate Man. And
Yes,
there is a program also last year budget, MST program.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so mangrove. Indian oil tanking, what are the things you have done there?
Sir,
As an associate manager of operations.
Sir, my post was associate manager operation, but due to the need of work and as I am from electrical engineering background, I was deputed as electrical maintenance engineer. So in operations, there are various equipments like motor, pumps, and substation I used to look into. So whenever any maintenance and any defect happens or preventive maintenance job I used to do, and along with project I used to undertake.
You are an electrical engineer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you are a very good student. And so why you have not taken electrical engineering as an optional rather than political science?
Sir, I had a thought to take electrical engineering, but given the resources and as I was preparing with whole time I'm preparing with the job. So given the resources, guidance, and the syllabus, so I thought to take political science and international relation as an option.
So, what is your view on the recent ongoing crisis in the Bangladesh, where there is a change in regime? And the Sheikh Hasina was thrown out of the country. Now she is taken asylum in India. Do you think that after giving asylum to Sheikh Hasina, will it affect the India-Bangladesh relations?
Sir, in my view, it may affect because the current regime, which was there just before this protest happened, that was pro-India. So Sheikh Hasina, while was in power, so the country became secular and mostly development activities was undertaken as previously Bangladesh was under civil war many years, like 20 years after independence also it was in civil war and many crises. So economic development was there, but after this regime change and as India has given asylum, there were voices against India. So if the opposition party.
Should we send back Sheikh Hasina to Bangladesh?
Sir, in my view, not to send back, but also India can take a neutral view and deal with the current government.
We have about extradition treaty.
No, sir.
We have a agreement with Bangladesh extradition treaty. In extradition treaty, a person can send back to their country if that country have a legitimate government. Now Bangladesh don't have a legitimate government, elected government. This is an interim government. Second thing, the person should declare as a criminal. So till Sheikh Hasina was not declared a criminal on Bangladesh, and Bangladesh don't have a legitimate government. So whom we should, if they will request also will not give because it is not a request from a legitimate government, as well as she is not declared as a criminal. Who knows? After 5 years, this government will say that if such a person again come, then that will be help.
Definitely, sir.
So, do you think that India don't have a strong stand on Russia because we are supporting goods? We are going to Russia, we are going to Ukraine, we are hugging their president, Russia president, and similar things in Ukraine also. So, do you think that India don't have a strong stand on Russia Ukraine war?
Sir, as of today's international scenario, I believe India has a very good stand because India, like 2 years before the war started, and India is navigating quite neutrally. And right now, India has come up in public by going to two different countries like Russia and Ukraine. And as today's world, India can act as a neutral body which can take this war into peaceful resolution. And also the Bangladesh crisis also helped in this step, I would say, because Bangladesh crisis really pointed out that India should take a lead in the ongoing crisis, because from trade point of view, Europe is one of a major contributor, and Russia is also a major contributor from defense point of view. So we need both. We cannot leave one for another. So India is doing good, I think.
So yesterday our Prime Minister went to US for attending Quad. What is the objective of the Quad?
So Quad is a 4-member body of Australia, India, US, and Japan. So looking into the Indo-Pacific area, Quad becomes a major strategic partnership between these 4 countries. Although it is not publicly announced that it is to stop China having a major contribution or major advantage in Indo-Pacific, but it is a strategic partnership in order to stop China from militarizing the Indian Pacific region.
So, tell me, India is demanding a permanent membership in UN Security Council. So, what are the parameters India is keeping in front of the international platform and saying that I am a fit candidate for UN Security Council?
Okay. Sir, one is it's as a leader of Global South. In Global South, if you look into, India is one of the major democracy which is stable. Second is, it is one of the, from population point of view, it is one of the major democracy in the world. And third is, India has been always been coming forward in even peacekeeping nation, even in WHO, India has a greater participation. So every time a crisis happens, India is always there to contribute to the peace or for any nation which needs help. So these are the parameters which is majorly affected.
And also, the fastest growing economy in the world.
Yes, sir.
Fastest growing economy in the world is a nuclear power, because nuclear power also a criteria they have given the permanent membership during only the nuclear power. So India is a nuclear power country, fastest growing economy. Largest contribution to the UNMATCHED, as you have already told. So these are the things UN Security Council. What is the difference between the ideology difference between Gandhi and Ambedkar?
Sir, Gandhi and Ambedkar are two prominent leaders in our democracy and even in our freedom fighting. The major difference was in terms of looking into the Varna system or the caste system. While Gandhi was supporter of Varna system, but Ambedkar has been suppressed due to his caste, and even he is a great knowledgeable person. He was looked down by the other intellectuals. One thing. Second is to make a nation which has a reservation. So on that point, Gandhi thought that it is not needed. Everyone has to work for as per their varna. And third is having a nation where state exists or the nation concept. Gandhi was against no nation policy.
So, in Cutler's subtle theory and also in Cutler's ideas, always the neighborhood, always a new to a country, and the neighborhood is or the enemy of enemy is our friend. Can you put this one in the Indian context? This concept, can you give with the example India and its neighbor, how this concept is applied?
Kautilya has been a prominent leader and stands uh, quite a major stand in today's democracy and today's political scenario. From India's point of view, if you look into Pakistan, India is his enemy, and China is also a friend of Pakistan only because India is its enemy. So enemy is our friend. And also during our freedom fighting, this theory also utilized by Subhash Chandra Bose, making Japan as our friend, and Germany also, as they were the enemy of British.
So you are from Raulkela.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, like Raulkela is a plant city, like a steel city we are telling in Odisha. What are the major challenges in the Raulkela steel plant facility?
In Rourkela steel plant only?
Do you have any idea whether it is running a full capacity or what are the challenges they are facing in the Raulkela steel? And okay, another question I'll ask. The second question, in Odisha is a mineral-based state. Still, we are lagging in the manufacturing sector. So here is this. First, you tell our steel plant is this one.
To answer your first question, Rourkela steel plant has 4 blast furnace. So the first 2 blast furnace are quite old. So they have been the second blast furnace has been undergone modernization process, but still it is quite manual. And the first blast furnace is completely manual as of today. So as it is manual, so production is less. And also Rourkela steel plant has been quite old, and its system is also not up to the mark of today's modern world. So major challenges is the blast furnace capacity, I would say, and another is the old-fashioned management.
And what about the second question? Why we are lagging in the manufacturing industries? We are like full of mineral resource country, mineral rich state. Still, we are lagging in the manufacturing. Where is the problem?
Sir, if you look into the industry manufacturing point of view, like the steel companies, aluminum companies, we are having a good ample amount of companies and jobs. And also, if you look into the economy of Odisha, around 43% of economy is being contributed from industry. But if you look into the amount of raw material we are drawing, so it is not up to the mark. Larger amount of investment needs to be done. So there was a time when Odisha was not doing well, but in last 4-5 years, a lot of single window system and the new industrial policy has been there. So from now onwards, like Nippon Steel announced the largest steel company in Odisha, even Kalinga also.
What is the benefit of one nation, one election? And what is the challenge of one nation?
Sir, benefit includes a lot of time. Like we are a country which is always in election. Every now and then in any state or panchayat or nation is under election. So major challenges contributes to administration gets stalled for 30-40 days during election period. Model code of conduct basically stops few economic activities. Third is parties like the major national parties, I would not name it, but they are mostly involved during the whole year. And another is a lot of money is thrown into the election. So I would say a parallel economy runs while our country always in election. So one nation, one election will contribute in that regard. And problem is that like the accountability is always there. If a national party is in election in one state and something goes wrong in national level, so it is also accountable at that state. So with one nation, one election, it will be like in every 5 years they will be held accountable.
So next thing, now there is news like previously the lateral entry of the civil servant to the higher posts. So how do you think that it will benefit? Second thing, why there is a opposition against it, the lateral entry of the civil servant?
So the lateral entry system started a few years back in civil service. So the objective is to take candidate on basis of merit and experience. So as today's time, most of civil service job is like generalized. So there is no specific job experience is there. So whenever any particular job, like if you're in SEBI, if you're managing director of a particular PSU, if you have some kind of experience in that particular field, so the decision you make is quite beneficial in that regard. So the lateral entry really contributes in that regard, but as it is a coveted job and most of the aspirants come from clearing the civil service and putting hard efforts. So they believe that this system should be there. And another is reservation. So in lateral entry, there is no reservation. So basically the fundamental rights somehow is challenged. So these are the major
So you have completed your 10th in Adarsh Vidya Mandir. So Adarsh Vidya Mandir, Adarsh Vidyalaya both are same or different?
No, sir, it is different. Adarsh Vidyalaya is a state government policy to have CBSE board kind of structure. And Adarsh Vidyalaya, it is a standalone private school situated at my area.
How do you like Adarsh Vidyalaya? What is the objective of Adarsh Vidyalaya?
Adarsh Vidyalaya was started to address the gap which Odisha CHSC or Odisha board student was facing in major exams like NEET, JEE Mains, or UPSC also, because our syllabus used to be, there used to be a difference in syllabus, question pattern, and all that. So Adarsh Vidyalaya is a CBSE board affiliated school, so it basically in line with the CBSE pattern in those exams.
So Indira Gandhi Institute of Technology, Sagar.
Mhm.
So like Bulla, they have given autonomous status university. That CET also university.
Mhm.
But Sarai, they have not given any institute. But any criteria they are lacking or where is the problem?
Sir, the Sarang college has been autonomous, but it is not deemed university yet. While I was in the college in the year of 2017-18, it got autonomous status along with CET. But with the time, CET has been a deemed college. So there are many parameters. As I was in student, I looked into like placement, like you have research facilities or not, clubs, NAC accreditation, NBA accreditation, and lab facilities. All those things contribute to make it a deemed university. So somehow AJT Sarang may be not fulfilling that criteria. That's why it has not been a deemed university.
So you have hobbies as introspective writing. What is introspective writing? Is it reflective journalism, and how is it different than reflective journalism?
So reflective journalism, as far as my knowledge is concerned, it is mostly related with you take up some issue and based on that you put up your ideas on paper in a structural manner. But introspective writing is not that in a structural manner or may not be a societal issue. It is based on like if like, related to my personal issues, my personal views, or my daily life, what I've been going through. As I am a 9 to 6 job person, and along with I do the preparation, so I get very less time. So whenever I face any crisis or management issue or something in my life, I like to put it on paper and resolve it in that way. So it is introspective writing, sir.
Guiding teaching juniors.
Yes, sir.
So to which like students you teach?
Mostly, sir, students from my locality who are junior to me, and like from neighbor, from my school junior or my BTech juniors. I try to counsel them or guide them or teach them on any particular subject if I am aware about
So
it.
Odisha has more than 100 engineering colleges and a lot of engineering graduates are coming out of the engineering college, but they are not getting the job in the industries. Where is the problem? Our engineering education system have any problem? Or where is the problem?
Sir,
So what we need to do so that these outcoming graduates should be observed by the industry.
Sir, I would say during my college days, I have seen like there are in 100 colleges, there are government colleges and private colleges. The problem lies mostly with the placement of private colleges, because from infrastructural point of view, the classroom is not only the means to let them become an engineering graduate. You need to have a good amount of labs which are accredited by the authority of like the authority university grant commission. And second is the teachers or the lecturers, they should be of higher qualified, so that they can teach up to the mark of syllabus. And third is, it's not only about the placement. Mostly these are looked into from placement of point of view, but if you look into it from research point of view, like BSc Burla has done quite good in even undergraduate research also, like in
Particularly, the engineering college, whatever the engineering like course we are providing, that is not to the industrial requirement. We are not giving practical knowledge to our engineering students.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the industry requirement. Suppose now they require artificial intelligence, machine learning, or cloud computing, but we are they are in that C, that one only. But the advanced technology, the practical industry type requirements should be directly taught to in the college level, and professional or the industry collaboration should be there in the
Yes, sir.
college. They should go more industrial visit and internship with a particular industry, so that the required knowledge they should gather. We are still on that mechanics, physics, chemistry is absolute nowadays. This is not required. So in curriculum, that should be changes, industry type training should be given to the student. So that is also one point. This one.
Yes, sir.
Last, tell me, why do you attention to qualities you have and who thought that this is very much required for a sales role?
Yes, sir. For a civil servant, as it is a post of executive, like part of executive, so I would say to do well, one needs to have a very objective mindset, very rational mindset. Uh, one should not work with not only with emotion, but rationality should be there. But in a way, for people, empathy and for people, you should have a very like positive mindset. And third is, you should work for the people in a manner that the last person, which you call Gandhi's talesman, so the last person in the line should be addressed. So I believe if we work in this way, we can be a very good civil servant.
Yeah, very good. That is from my side. Satyajit, talking about strong profiles, content development,
Okay.
how to keep his work.
Okay.
Also, It's very good to setting the distance. Energy out it will be more clarity as well. Clearly, it will be loud and we have to call out the panel. Our personality, it have a leadership position. Definitely, more personality. So body regulation, moods, everything is fine. I thought that was the coach. Why security low that shows lack of confidence. See, confidence to take high career. How take just you increase your speeds, speeds to take workout, and other thing also you find. I'm sure you will get selected in
Okay, sir.
so, can we answer,
Sir, the day after tomorrow, 20.